Hey guys, happy Tuesday. This is Phil with the Trade Lab Discord. We're looking at the latest version 1.09 of the SRX Support and Resistance indicator. The levels haven't changed, but you'll see some of the labeling has changed to make it a little bit easier to understand what each of the trades are. So I have my EMA trades on, and I've got my break and retest trades on as well. And today I wanted to do an experiment where I took as many trades as I could to see how profitable I would be at the end of the day. And I'll tell you the system that I'm working with. I'm just using the default settings for the 1.09 version of the indicator. And I'm always doing at the money. I'm actually leaning towards the first in the money contract. That's usually around $1 on IWM, SPY, or QQQ. And I set my stop loss at 10 or 20 cents below my entry, and I rapidly move my stop as price is going in my favor. So for example, if I get into an options trade at $1 per contract, I've got my stop either set at 80 cents or 90 cents. I'm still testing what's better. A lot of the time I am doing 90 cents. I'm doing a very tight stop. That does mean that you do get stopped out a little more often. So your win rate isn't as high, but you can still be very profitable like I was today. I did a little bit of a mix between the 10 and the 20 cent stop. If I'm in at $1 and I've got my stop at 90 cents, my goal is to get that stop to a little bit of profit as soon as possible. So we've got $1 entry. I'm looking to get my stop to about 3 cents above that. That way, if there's any slippage, I can still sneak out with a break-even trade. And a lot of the times, I'm ending up with a couple dollars per contract in profit. I'm moving that stop to $1.03 as soon as the option price hits $1.13. So I'm trailing it by 10 cents. And then every 5-cent increment from then on out, I'm moving my stop up. So price hits 115, I'm at 105. Price hits 120, I'm at 110. And I just keep moving my stop until I get stopped out. So let's look at a few of these today. We've got this break and retest right here. This signal was at 10:05 Eastern. It's confirmed at 10:10. So this was my entry on this candle. And this was one where I did get stopped out at a little over break even. I took the 694 put. I was in at $1.41. It went in my favor, went to $1.55. So I moved my stop to $1.44, which is $3 in profit. And it turned back up and hit that stop. And over here on this EMA trade, got in here, a 694 call, and that was at 11:35 Eastern. Got in for 89 cents, and that one did hit the stop. So 79 cents was the stop on that one. But then right next to it, we got another EMA signal. So I hit it again. It was again a 694 call. That one was 90 cents on the entry, and I got $1.15 on the exit. So that was a really great trade, 28%. And I don't think I was in that but a couple of minutes. None of these trades lasted longer than 5 minutes. So let's look at our next trade. We've got a 694 put at 12:45. That's this put right here. And you can see what happened. It immediately went against me. So I did take a small loss on that one. But then we had an immediate turnaround, and we had the break and retest and an EMA play to the bearish side. So I jumped back in at 12:55 right here, and you can see there's no wick to the upside, so didn't get stopped out on this one. This was a 694 put again. I was in at $1.10, and I was able to get that to $1.20. So that was a 9% return. Now this was a good move down, but it moved around a lot in between this candle. So that's what ended up stopping me out a little bit earlier. Might work better if I trailed it by 20 cents, but I'm pretty happy with the way the 10-cent trail has been working. So I don't know if I'll test that 20 cent yet or not. So that's it for SPY. I don't take this stuff late in the day. So let's hop over to QQQ and see what that looked like. All right, so let's look at the QQQ chart. The first trade I was in was this 11 a.m. break and retest right here. Signal comes in at the end of this candle close. So that's right here. Unfortunately, it went up before it did any type of downward movement. So a small stop out on that. It was a 626 put, and that was 123 to 113. But then here's my big play here. I've got this EMA right here. I jumped in right here at 11:30, and this just went right on up. And I was able to capture all of this candle right here. I took this entire thing, and that was a 626 call. I got in for $1.17. I got out for $1.70. So that was over 45% on this candle right here. That was definitely the big winner for the day. And then I've got this EMA signal. That was a 626 put. This is another really good one. I got in for 91 cents, got out for $1.18, and that was a 30% play. And then we've got one at 1345. So right here, the first time I played this, it did not work. It went up too quick, and I got stopped out on that one with a small stop. But then the signal came back, and I took that, and that was a really good run. That was 128 to 163. So that was a 27% move there. And then I tried to take this call here at 255. It did go in my favor enough that I was able to get my stop to break even, and then it came back down. I did 77 to 80 on that, so I ended up making a few dollars on that one. And IWM was pretty quiet from what I remember. Yeah, it was a bunch of these weak plays that I don't take. I was in at 11:10. I was looking at this break and retest right here, and unfortunately, that one did not work out for me. I would have got in right here, and it did stop me out. But between all of that, that's 12 trades in total. If you just did one contract each, so you're looking at $100 each time, that's $86 on the day for one contract each out of those 12 trades. And of course, you can scale that however you want to scale it. If you're doing 10 contracts, that's $860 right there. The losers are really small compared to the winners. The top three winners in there were 45%, 30%, and 27%. And the losers were around 10%. So the wins definitely outweigh the losses. So yeah, it was a great day for SRX. I mean, if you look here on SPY, all of these trades did pan out. It just depends on where you've got your stop. But you see the break and retest bearish, and we went down and we went right to this S4 level. Got these two bullish signals, and we went up to S2. Then you've got this bullish signal right here. That is at the start of this candle, and we did go up. And then we've got a bearish play here, and this one did reverse on us a little bit, but if you had your stop above the S3 zone, it wouldn't have been a problem for you. And then we've got these two bearish signals here, and it does eventually come down to S4. And even these late in the day trades, I mean, this is crazy. 340 and 345, these bullish plays, look at that. They went right up to S3. So that's pretty phenomenal. And if you're new to SRX, these levels, they do not change throughout the day. These levels were given on our Discord at 9:50 a.m. Eastern time. So right back here, these levels came in and they have not changed. These aren't painted as the day goes along. You can see how accurate these are throughout the day. QQQ followed these lines as well. You can see before the alert came in, we were already rejecting off of this R1 level, and we blasted through. Didn't quite make it to S2, but then we went right back up to R1, rejected again, and then we danced around this area for quite a bit, almost went back down to S2, and then closed at S1. And if you look at some of these signals, you've got your down signal here, you've got your down signal here, got a down signal on this one that doesn't pan out, but we already talked about. But then you've got your bullish signals here that worked out great. Then you've got 3 bearish signals. We went down. This one right here, we went over that one already. I was able to still make 4% on this one because we went up enough that as I was trailing it, I was able to capture that. So if you want to come join us on the Discord, you want access to the indicator, which is only available on our Discord, check the links in the description. If you're already part of SRX, I hope this video helped you. Again, keep that stop within 10 to 20 cents of where the options price is. You'll have similar results to what I've been having. Are you going to catch the giant 400 or 500% move doing that? No, but it doesn't really matter if you're profitable on the day. You can look at some of my past videos where I made those big gains. There's several ways that you can play this system. You can play it with the tight stop like that, or you can play it with the looser stop and go for those really, really big moves. It's up to you. You customize it based on your risk profile. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you had some wins with SRX today, let me know that too. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We're always working on new things. QQQ and IWM are about to exit beta testing, so that's going to be live soon. You'll be able to use SRX on SPY, QQQ, and IWM, and we're not stopping there. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.